Welcome back. This Thursday marks 11 years since the Sandy Hook Elementary School shooting in Newtown, Connecticut that killed 20 children and 6 staff members. Now the national nonprofit Sandy Hook Promise, led by several victims' families, is turning their loss into action, working to prevent gun violence. This year, the organization's National Youth Advisory Board asked students what they wish their parents knew about shooter drills, lockdowns, and more. CEO and co-founder of Sandy Hook Promise, Nicole Hockley, is here with more on this. Nicole, thank you for coming on. It's always a sad occasion, bittersweet at least, every time you and I talk around this time of year, because I know you lost your son Dylan in that shooting. So how does it feel to now mark 11 years since that day, but also look at what you have been able to do in those 11 years?
You know, thank you for that question. It's always important, and I need to continue to focus on the good things that have been done since Sandy Hook, because the remembrance of the death day of my youngest son is a day that I have incredible anxiety as I build up to it, a lot of emotions, as I'm sure you can understand, and it's very easy to get lost in the grief and feel just feel incredibly unhappy with everything. However, when I focus on what has been done as part of his legacy through Sandy Hook Promise and the lives that we've saved, the youth that we've empowered, I mean, it will never be enough because I don't have my son back, but I know that we're doing something that will save the lives of other students. So at least his death will have some meaning. So as I go into Thursday and just quiet down with just my family, I will be reflecting, of course, on the beautiful life of my son Dylan that's been lost, but I will be also thinking about how his legacy has helped so many others from ever experiencing the same tragedy.
Now, as of December 7th of this year, the Gun Violence Archive says there have been over 40,000 deaths in the year from gun violence in the U.S. Over 1,300 of those were teens, more than 270 children under 12. So where do you think we are now as a country compared to 11 years ago when it comes to the impact of gun violence on kids?
I think basically, I mean, when you think about Dylan and the other victims of Sandy Hook, they would all be seniors in high school right now. My surviving son is now a sophomore in college. This entire generation has only grown up knowing about school violence, school shootings, active shooter drills, practicing for if and when it happens at their school. This has changed them psychologically. This has changed their perceptions of what it feels to mean safe, to be safe, and how they perceive school. I mean, in our recent survey, a 12-year-old said to us, "School isn't always a safe place." And that sentiment, that statement was echoed by many of the youth respondents in our surveys. So it's really important that we recognize this is the experience that kids are having today. We want school to be a safe place for them. Generally speaking, it is, but with everything that's going on and the bombardment of emotions that they're facing, they're worried. And there are things that we as adults can do more to ensure that they are safe all the time.
And those responses came from your National Youth Advisory Board asking students some of the top things that they wish their parents knew about their experience in school. What else stuck out to you from those responses?
I think that students really want their parents to know that, hey, you need to talk to me about this and don't invalidate my feelings. As a parent, we probably want to always say, you know, this is something you don't have to worry about. We need to understand they're already worried. This is what they're experiencing. And most parents have never been in an active shooter drill unless they're an educator or administrator. So really ask probing questions, stay involved with your kids and listen to them, because they're having experiences that we didn't have as we didn't have the same experiences when we were growing up. School was not the same environment. So it's important as parents that we really listen to our kids, allow them to share their experiences and validate what they're feeling and what they're worried about, and then really role model how to use your voice to advocate for change, whatever that change is you want to see. But they want to see their parents showing them the way to get things done and the way to create safer environments. So a lot of that stood out to me, but it is that one quote from a 12-year-old saying school isn't always a safe place that really encapsulates the entire emotion of that survey for me.
Yeah, it hits hard. CEO and co-founder of Sandy Hook Promise, Nicole Hockley. Nicole, again, I'm so sorry for your loss, but thank you for the work you're doing, and thanks for coming on.
Thank you.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.